Previously on Blue Healers.
I'm actually not going to be able to take it tonight.
You promised. You promised. You promised.
Didn't much feel like going home.
How are you feeling?
Been better.
Troops take you out last night.
Or to get drunk, you mean?
To talk it through.
Yeah, no, there were certain offers. Never really been that sort of person myself.
Listen. Ned Barton didn't have to run.
No.
Whatever happened, happened because he did that. His choice.
Doesn't make him any less dead, though, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's a matter for deep regret.
Bit of spruce up, eh?
I've sent Rayner and Kirby out to tie up loose ends.
What's going on?
Well, Hugh here has confessed to assaulting Billy Smith with a brick and then stealing his bike.
What?
We found him with Billy Smith's bike. He had a quantity of money and blood spatters on his jeans.
So Ned Barton was innocent?
Of the attack on Billy Smith,
I was chasing the wrong person.
Sorry, Sergeant Jacobs is not available. I suggest you contact the police media unit.
Mount Thomas Police, Constable O'Rourke speaking. No, I'm sorry, Sergeant Jacobs can't come to the phone right now.
Thomas Police.
Should contact the police media unit.
No, I'm sorry, mate. Sergeant Jacobs can't come to the phone. I'll let you know.
Sarge, you're going to see this sometime. Might as well be now. Good one.
It's to be expected.
Look, they're all over a story like this for a day or so, then something else happens and it's forgotten.
Forgotten?
I don't mean by you.
I honestly believed that young Ned Barton had assaulted Billy Smith and taken his bike. That is what I believed.
Yeah, and you were there because the boss sent you there.
Yeah, but the boss wasn't driving, was he?
Look, he made the same assumption we all would have.
He bolted as soon as we saw him. He was pedaling like crazy and just swerved in front of me.
It's not your fault then.
Driver should always be prepared for the unexpected, Alex. I knocked the boy down. That is the truth of the matter. I was in pursuit, So ESD will be treating it as a death in custody or death due to police action.
That's harsh.
It's policy.
Look, I'm sure they'll clear you.
Yeah. I'm sure you've got some work to do.
Dope plantation. Awesome.
You like tearing up dope plantations, do you?
Well, you've got to admit it's better than handing out warrants.
Oh, the dirt, the stuff getting up your nose.
Okay, constables, photographs first, then we need all these plants pulled up and burnt, okay?
Done.
And you better check for booby traps.
Getting your leg blown off in the course of duty, that's always a plus.
A mate of mine did one that had punji stakes.
Which are...
Oh, they used them in Vietnam.
Well, I wasn't born then, neither were you, mate.
They're these sharp sticks that they used to put on tracks and in pits and in water. What they do is they dip the tips in poison or human faeces.
Have you ever considered getting counselling for that sick imagination of yours?
Oh, it's true. Ask the boss. He was there.
Oh.
Come on. Ladies first.
You know what punji stakes look like. You go first.
So what you're saying is that I'm better at spotting booby traps than you, eh?
Such a fraidy cat.
So this is the boundary.
Pretty astute neighbour to recognise them. They're very well camouflaged.
So why are the gum trees planted in rows?
Tax write-offs.
He's growing dope in his tax dodge plantation. Nice.
Got to be about $500,000 worth in there. Should make for an interesting chat with the owner. Dr. Simon Tackett? Yeah, it's Senior Detective Fox here from the Mount Thomas CI. There's been a bit of a problem at your hobby farm, I'm afraid. No, not a fire, nothing like that, but it's not really something I can go into over the phone. We'd like you to come in and help us out if you could. Okay, thanks, Dr. Tackett. We'll see you soon. Well, he's not a medico, he's a city orthodontist.
Sound nervous?
Seemed more upset about cancelling his golf afternoon.
Mark?
Melanie?
I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't have come.
Oh, it's really good to see you.
I saw the newspaper. And then I had to turn on the radio.
Yeah. It's a story for them, I suppose.
But how are you?
Pretty numb. I cancelled on that kid. I was supposed to take him to an art class and, turned out Freya had some show jumping event. I let him down.
Well, it sounds like you had a choice and you chose your daughter.
Yeah. You know, things aren't that, at home. I just wish I'd taken him to that art class.
Accidents are accidents. I mean, it's not like you took a gun and shot him or...
Yeah, well, might as well have. He's dead anyway.
But you can't burden yourself with this. You're too good a man. You're too nice. That's half your problem. You're too nice.
Really missed you, you know.
Me too.
10 seconds either way, I would never have seen him.
Precisely. It was an accident. It was just a horrible accident. Your colleagues in there, would they be blaming themselves?
Don't know. Probably. Don't know. Some would blame the kid. Either way, you wouldn't really be able to tell.
They can tell with you. That makes you different.
Susie,
Sarge?
we're on patrol. Come on.
Sarge, with respect, is coming out here such a good idea?
Yes, I believe it is, Susie.
Can I ask why?
Because the healing can only begin when you say you're sorry. Mr. Barton. We're here to convey our very deep sympathies for your loss, Mr. Barton.
Well, my grandson's still dead.
What are you lot doing here? Don't you think you've done enough, killing his grandson yesterday?
You are...
Kath Shaughnessy. And this here's my boy Liam. And if you so much as think about touching him, you'll have me to answer to.
Yeah, look, no one is talking about harming your son, Mrs. Shaughnessy.
I'll tell that to Ned Barton. Look, he's in mourning. I think the best thing for him right now is for you to go.
He just wanted to offer our condolences, Mr. Barton.
Just go!
All right, look, if there's anything that we can do, grief counselling, family services, just give me a call, eh? What happened yesterday was an outcome that none of us wanted, none of us expected, and one for which we're all very deeply sorry.
Just get out of here.
Sarge, he's just lost his grandson. You'd expect him to be upset.
Reverse. Reverse, reverse.
Did you recognise any of them?
Yeah, one. Liam Shaughnessy.
Then why haven't you arrested him?
Well, it's a very volatile situation out there, boss.
Listen, most of the people in Widgery have hated the coppers since the Kelly gang shouted the bar. There's nothing we can do to make them like us. But they will obey the law if I have to arrest every single one of them.
Well, that could incite trouble.
Good. Bring it to a head.
Oh, yeah, you killer kid, no worries. Next thing you're dragging me and my son in.
Your son tells us he's 17. You don't have to be here at all.
When you arrest my boy for no reason...
Criminal damage to a car is a reason, Mrs. Shaughnessy.
Have you got any proof? You weren't even there, were you, son?
It's for me to know and for them to find out.
You seem to be under the influence of something there, Liam.
He doesn't take drugs.
It appears disoriented to me.
You're probably beaten up by you lot. Did they assault your son? Because if they did, we're going to press charges, you hear me?
Assault me? No, they wouldn't have the guts.
I don't trust you lot. I should be in on the interview.
Well, that is not going to happen. Your son is of an age where we don't need you present. Can you take Mrs. Shaughnessy to the mess room?
I want to make a complaint.
Yeah, you'll get the opportunity.
Yes, well, I want to make one right now.
Other side. Don't make me say it twice.
What, no sense of humour?
None at all, I'm afraid.
But what if I say that you tried to put the hard word on me?
Then I would be disciplined for having seriously bad taste. Liam, today you participated in an act of criminal damage against a police vehicle. We'll be interviewing you about that.
No, I never.
Well, Sergeant Jacobs and I will say that you did. Who else was involved?
What, you want me to dob on my mates?
Well, it's either that or you could take all of the blame for yourself. Sarge.
Carry on.
What's he doing here? What's he doing here?
Liam,
You killed him! You killed him, you murderer! You murdering bastard! I hate you! I hate you! Get it off me! I'm gonna kill you!
Sit down.
You shouldn't be in there. You're in no fit state.
I just wanted to apologise.
That kid attacked you. You didn't lift a hand to defend yourself. You haven't done anything wrong.
Liam Shaughnessy doesn't think so. Neither does half of Widgery.
They are wrong.
You You heard him, you saw the anger.
He is on some sort of substance. The kid's off his face.
You two discussing my son?
Your son came very close to assault police a moment ago.
What about my complaint?
What's going on?
You in charge here?
What's the problem?
They've arrested my son.
On my instructions. I'm glad to see my members are doing their job. Anything else?
Yes, they're harassing him.
Come on, I saw the damage to the police car.
Listen, I want you to keep your people out of Widgery.
That would be the independent Republic of Widgery you're talking about, would it? The place where you make up your own laws as you go along.
Yeah, well, you be as sarcastic as you like, but we're better off without you.
I'm sure the decent, law-abiding majority of people in Widgery don't agree with you.
You killed one of ours. Now stay out of our lives and stay out of our town.
Sergeant, keys to Widgery Police Station. I want you and Senior Constable Rayner to go and reopen it as of now. I want the law enforced. If they litter, park illegally, use profanity, infringe on the law in any way, I want you to book them and keep on booking them till they learn they're not above the law.
All right. You start in there, Susie. I'll see if I can locate the fuse box.
Yep.
Right. At least we've got a bit of light. Bloody hell. Looks like mice have been at the stationery.
Don't think stationary's the point, is it, Sarge?
Can't win the war without it.
You needed back at Mount Thomas. The boss can assign someone else here.
The boss wants me here. If I'm here, it'll draw the troublemakers out into the open.
Deliberate provocation.
Yeah, Susie, I actually agree with him. I caused this mess. It's a good thing that I start to clean it up, eh?
There are angry people out there, Sarge.
They've got a right to be.
Thanks for coming in, Dr. Taggart.
Oh, only too pleased to help. Your phone call intrigued me.
You have no idea what it could have been about? You have a sizable cannabis plantation on your property.
Is this some sort of joke, is it?
You had no idea the plants were there?
No, of course I didn't.
Dr. Taggart, we're talking over 100 plants here. That's street value about $500,000.
How could that happen? What, seeds blown onto the property or what?
No. They've been carefully planted and cultivated between the rows of gum trees.
So what do I do now? Spray them with weed killer or what?
So you're denying any knowledge?
The only dope I've ever seen growing was at a house I shared when I was at uni, and that was in a cupboard under a sun lamp. Advise me. What do I do now?
We'd like you to accompany us to your farm.
So what do you reckon?
He's not your average drug lord. He's clearly making a bundle straightening teeth.
Some people are just greedy. How much money's enough?
You guys can take a break now.
I should have taken more care. It just never occurred to me that someone would use my back paddock for growing dope.
Yeah, I'm still a little puzzled as to why you've never seen them before.
I just don't get up to the farm all that often, you know? Too busy.
So why have you got a farm at all?
Ask my accountant.
Senior detective? I was just telling Constable Peroni here that brown snakes love logs like those, and he got really scared and looked inside and found something.
I was making a careful search of the area and found these.
Careful search?
Roll your own, do you, Doctor?
No, of course not. Smoking damages your health.
We'll see. Looks like a nice clean print to me.
That gives us something to work with, thanks.
So orthodontist has form?
Afraid not. Print belongs to one Reg Bullock. Last address, Mount Thomas, minor drug prize. So it's like this, Mr. Bullock. We've found your tobacco, papers and lighter very close to a major drug crop. Any idea how your makings ended up in a hollow log?
Well, I'll put them there.
Why?
At the end of the day, I like to take a stroll, have a cigarette, think about things.
So you keep your tobacco in a log?
Is there something wrong with that?
No, it's just unusual. Most people keep it in their pocket.
Well, my dad always did the same. Mum wouldn't let him smoke in the house on account of the curtains.
And your wife?
I married a girl just like my mum.
I'm trying to see this, Mr. Bullock. So you're sitting on the log, having a cigarette, just thinking your thoughts, and you look up and see...
Trees. Sky.
a $500,000 dope crop?
Is that what those funny-looking weeds are?
You've got priors for possession. You must have known it was cannabis. Now stop wasting our time!
Hey, fair enough. I knew what they were. But you've got to understand, I've got a good neighbour policy.
And what's that, Mr. Bullock?
I don't look over their fences and they don't look over mine.
So you turned a blind eye to major crime?
If it was a woman or a kid being bashed, that'd be different, but that much merchandise, you need connections to market it, the sort of connections that wouldn't be wise to dob on. A bloke would get his legs broken, die even.
Well, be that as it may, Mr. Bullock, we'll be holding you here while we get a warrant to search your house and grounds.
Oh, fair go, the missus will kill me.
You've been very uncooperative.
She'll wonder why you're searching.
Imagine she will.
You'll let her know how you got on to me.
That may well happen.
Look, if I cop to it...
You want to make a confession?
If it'll keep the missus out of it, yes, I do.
I feel good about this confession.
What, you'd rather do it the hard way?
Oh, come on, he was dug in. Suddenly you say search warrant, he caves and wants to confess.
So?
There's got to be more to it.
Why?
I don't know, it just doesn't feel right.
Then he confessed. What more do you want?
That's it, I'm arresting him.
No, hang on. They're just kids playing kick to kick. It's all right.
Yeah, mate. Come on. Now, mate, if you want to kick it straight, you got it, right? Head over the ball, no wobbling around, and...
I got a message my husband's in here.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Bullock, he is.
Is he hurt? Did he witness something?
No, I'm afraid he's confessed to a serious offence, and I just wanted to do some background before we proceed.
You're a mate of his. He's put you up to this?
This is no joke.
Well, what could he possibly have confessed to?
Cultivate commercial quantity of a narcotic plant. Growing dope.
Well, in that case, the joke's on you.
Why do you say that?
Well, he hasn't been in trouble for 10 years. It's the only reason why I agreed to marry him. He doesn't even smoke anymore.
So he's not a smoker?
No way.
And you're sure of that?
If he smoked, I'd divorce him.
It's a bit harsh.
I nursed my father through lung cancer. Those last 6 months, just don't bear thinking about. Sometimes the way Reg coughs reminds me.
Of your father?
Reg has emphysema. I've always told him, you pick up one cigarette. I'm not going through what I went through with my dad.
What do you use for brains, Reg?
Beg your pardon?
Well, I've got your wife in there. The woman loves you like there's no tomorrow and you're cheating on her.
I am not.
Well, as good as. She sees her dad die of lung cancer. Then you go off and sneak a smoke behind her back.
Yeah, well, it's hard to kick, right?
And to stop her from finding out, you're confessing to something you could get 2 years inside for.
I thought you blokes liked confessions.
Yeah, only if they're real. And if I find out that you've been lying, I'll hit you with pervert the course of justice and false report.
Well, isn't it enough you got me over my dope plantation?
You don't have one. Wouldn't it be easy just to stop smoking?
I've tried a dozen times. I can't. But that's not what I'm confessing to, is it?
Okay, so if you do go to prison, do you seriously think that she's going to be around when you get out?
Yes, I do. I met her my first day at school. She's always been my one. I've always been her one.
True love.
That's right.
So you'd rather go to prison than lose her?
You got my confession, so charge me.
OK, supposing you're right. Supposing Reg Bullock is that crazy. Who do you like better for it?
Well, it's either Dr. Taggart himself or someone who's working for him around the place.
And that someone might be...
Well, does Dr. Taggart strike you as the sort of bloke who's going to do his own farm labouring?
No.
So it's got to be someone local doing it for him. I've been doing a bit of a ring around for all the agencies and real estate people, and I've managed to track him down. And his name is Bond. Jimmy Bond.
You must get that a lot. Mount Thomas CRU? Yeah, sure. It's for you.
Senior Constable Jones. Ah, Mrs. Bond. Thanks for returning my call.
Yeah, I do the gardens for Doc Taggart.
So just the gardens?
I keep an eye on the fences and I take the calves down the market and I shear the 10 sheep.
Excuse me, the 10 sheep?
One more and they'd have their own cricket team. Do you want to know their names?
Yeah.
Hobby farmers, mate. They're all the same.
Well, they're not quite, are they?
How do you mean?
Not all hobby farmers have what Dr. Taggart does in his back paddock.
You mean the gum trees? Mate, I never thought I'd see the day that anyone would farm gum trees. My old man, wherever he is now, mate, he'd be pissing himself laughing.
Yeah. Jimmy, what's underneath the gum trees?
You mean the ferns?
Ferns?
That's what the doc calls them. They love the water, those ferns.
Jimmy, you're not this dumb.
My wife says I'm dumber.
You know it's cannabis.
Is that what it is?
And it's your crop.
No way.
We can get a warrant for your house and premises.
We'll take you there now if you want. All you're going to find is a fridge full of beer in the garage.
Jimmy, how do you fancy being charged with conspiracy to cultivate a commercial quantity of a narcotic plant?
Tell you the truth, I wouldn't really fancy that at all.
Because that's what you're looking at, mate.
I told the doc that these things were going to bring him nothing but trouble. I told him. But he wouldn't listen to me because he's an educated guy and I'm dumb. Well, ask yourself. Who's looking dumb now, eh?
Just in here, please. Hey, your breakthrough, you run it.
The bottom line here is that the cannabis crop was on your property and we have an employee who states that you were aware of the plantation.
I never saw the plants before this morning.
We're going to get access to your accounts.
Go ahead, okay? They'll prove I'm innocent.
And we'll compare them to your spending.
You're bluffing.
You think so?
I earned $450,000 last year, Constable. I can buy pretty much whatever I want, okay? Now, if you wouldn't mind...
Do you mind me asking why?
Why what?
Well, you've got a good career, beautiful car, 2 houses. Why would you risk all that? I'd just really like to know, you know, as someone who'll never earn $450,000 a year.
Do you know how much the government takes? I have worked hard for everything I've got. The tax system in this country, it is a bloody disgrace.
Thanks, Alex. That will be a huge relief. Yep. Sarge, toxicology on Ned Barton just came in. He had high levels of pseudoephedrine and alcohol in his system. When he took that fall, he was high as a kite.
Pseudoephedrine and alcohol. Liam Shaughnessy. He was on something when we interviewed him.
Looks like someone beat us to it.
Oh. So, your mother lets you keep it like this, does she?
My mother doesn't come in here.
I can't see why not.
Right, Liam. Pseudoephedrine and alcohol. What have you got? Where do you keep it?
I don't drink.
Well, Ned Barton certainly did.
Ned Barton used to scam it off his granddad.
All right, well, let's have a look then, shall we?
They're not mine.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Liam is helping us with our inquiry.
And what's that you planted on him?
We found that in his bedroom.
You have no right to be searching his bedroom.
He invited us in.
What have I always told you? Never let the police in.
I didn't.
Oh, well, then you two are in real trouble, aren't you?
I don't think so, madam.
Where are you taking him?
Widgery Police Station.
Don't worry, son. I'll have you out of there in no time.
Shouldn't have got her angry. It stinks in here.
Yeah, it's the clients.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Now, Ned Barton was found to have both pseudoephedrine and alcohol in his system.
So?
Now, alcohol is a vasodilator. It opens up the veins and arteries. Pseudoephedrine makes the heart beat faster.
What are you, some science geek or something?
So, Ned Barton was under the influence when he was on that bike. That's why he swerved in front of the police car.
I never gave him any alcohol. Like I said, he would have got that off his granddad.
Yeah, but you gave him the pseudoephedrine, didn't you?
You actually think that you can pin me for this?
Mate. Love him.
I told you this was a mistake.
Sarge, where do we go from here?
Well, if we don't provoke them, I'll calm down, I reckon.
Yeah, right. I can hear my mum out there, and when she gets angry, she gets really angry.
Liam, would you care to shut up?
Take some of your bastards and your dead meat!
Police brutality! Police, mum, they're hurting me! What are you doing? You can't do that!
I just did. Now sit down and shut up. Well, that's it, Sarge. I'm going to sort this out.
Yeah, no, Susie, you will not. I will.
Sarge, please. It's you they've got it in for, not me.
Yeah, Sarge. Let the chick do all the work for you, why don't you?
Do we have ballistic vests?
Yes, we do, but I don't want to send them the message that we don't trust them.
I don't trust them.
Susie, show them a bit of reason, a bit of moderation, and they will calm down. Bit of calm, just a little bit of calm. Now calm down, everyone just calm down. Thank you.
Do I get my son back?
In due course, you will. And look, I know there's a lot of... Oh!
Tell me your full name.
Mark Lindsay Jacobs.
What do you do, Mark?
I'm your sergeant, all right?
Hey, it's a split scalp, could be concussion. Widgery Police?
Don't try and talk, just listen. Give me my boy Liam back. No charges, everything gets forgotten.
You get out of our town and we can go home.
Mrs. Shaughnessy, Liam's not going anywhere. We'll find and charge whoever assaulted Sergeant Jacobs, and if you think you can create a police no-go zone in Widgery, you're dreaming.
We're not backing down.
Get down! Kath, you there? All right, we're coming out. We're bringing Liam with us. We're getting in our vehicle and we're driving away. If anyone tries to stop us, we'll use appropriate force. Do you understand me?
Look, just give me my boy back.
No, Liam's with us. If we burn, he burns.
Are you nuts? We've got to get out of here.
Better make up your mind, Kath. We haven't got much time.
All right. Let's go.
Kelly, it's Susie. We need backup at Widgery plus Ambos and Fire Brigade, and we need it now. Sergeant, right to walk?
Yep.
You've been found with a sizable quantity of drugs in your possession.
They didn't have a warrant.
He gave us permission to enter.
Do you want to tell us how you came by them?
They're not mine. They were planted by her and that sergeant.
Right, so when we find that they're from the same batch that killed your friend...
No, they didn't.
He was under the influence of alcohol and pseudoephedrine when he had that accident, Liam, and we're going to find that the drug you supplied contributed to his death.
No way.
He was so stoned, he wouldn't have seen us if we were a bus.
No, I'm not listening to this.
If you didn't supply him, why are you so upset?
Because everybody knows who killed him, and it wasn't me.
You're going away for possessing traffic. This is your only chance to cooperate.
Penny, don't come in. All right, no. Yes, good. Oh, yep, see you later, see you later.
Mark, what are you doing out here? You're hurt.
But I checked myself out. How did you know?
Alex phoned me. He thought I'd want to know.
Oh.
Well, look, you've got to stay here. Let them take care of you.
No, I'll only be taking up a hospital bed. I can be looked after at home. But no, I can't really, can I? Who am I kidding? Bloody hell, what a bloody mess.
Well, there's nothing we can't sort out. Together, if that's what you want. My car's out there. Got a full tank of petrol. We could run away.
Well, we could.
Sarge, should you be here?
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Yes, Mrs. Shaughnessy?
You interviewed my boy without me present.
He is 17 years old. He's responsible for his own actions.
This whole trumped-up drug charges is to get you off the hook.
I gave them to him, Mum. Mum, I gave them to him. So can you just give it a rest, okay? He died because of me.
Only partly, Liam, only partly.
You sure about this?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks, boss.
Have everyone in here, please. CI as well. Amy? Sergeant Jacobs has an announcement to make.
Yes. Look, I'm resigning from the police force as of this shift. My decision, totally my decision. Just want to thank you all for all you've done.
Good on you, Sarge.
Suze?
Raina, you're the best man I've got. From now on, you're acting sergeant.
You did it.
Yeah. It was surprisingly easy, really.
Your boss didn't try and talk you out of it?
No, I've never been Tom's idea of a perfect sergeant.
Oh, you seem pretty damn perfect to me, Sergeant.
Yeah, but you're biased.
And you sure?
%100%. Now, have you still got that full tank of petrol?